And we have more news coming in at this point in time. India is moving to isolate Pakistan. India's big strike on Pakistan terror funds. India could be approaching terror funding watchdog. India may seek Pakistan's re-entry on the grey list. Sources say India has to raise $7 billion IMF aid to Pakistan. This matter is going to be raised by India. This is something that we're learning at this point in time. I'm going across to Shivani for more details on that big story. India will be raising the kind of aid that has recently been given by the World Bank as well to Pakistan. Also, the effort is to ensure that Pakistan goes back to the grey list in that sense, isn't it? What more can you tell us, Shivani?
Sneha, we've seen that how every day there are new decisions that are coming in from Indian government to break the spine of terror that is coming from Pakistan. And for that matter, it started with the CCS decisions of blocking the Indus Water Treaty, banning the airspace. But now a big decision has come, though it hasn't come yet officially, but the consideration are being made. That's what we've learned through the sources, that India is likely to push Pakistan to the grey list of FATF once again, because now India has enough evidence against Pakistan of its misuse of funds in the terror activities, the way it has been harboring these terror launch pads along the line of control and also pushing these terrorists, funding them, training them and pushing them inside Indian boundaries. And after the Pahalgam attack, Sneha, there has been enough global support for India, and now India will be formulating the formal means, the nomination steps for Pakistan, because when we see that FATF meetings are next held, India will be taking this ahead, and it will be demanding that Pakistan should be pushed back again to the FATF grey list. And when in 2022 it had come out of that list, then too India never wanted this. India wanted Pakistan to remain in this FATF grey list, because it is quite evident that Pakistan has been using funds from global sources to harbour and train terrorists for anti-India activities, and especially after Pahalgam attack, it is all the more important and evident.
Be with us. Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni is now joining us. Thank you so much for your time. How do you respond to how India now intends to take the issue of World Bank aid to Pakistan that was given by the IMF at $7 billion? This is something India is going to be raising. Also, trying to move, or rather make moves to isolate Pakistan. Essentially, this has got to do with India re-seeking Pakistan's re-entry on the grey list.
It's very essential because what really happens is that there has to be a multi-front attack on Pakistan, and all means have to be applied. War is the last resort. Therefore, economic, and we have already done diplomatic, we've already done non-kinetic and financial action task force when Pakistan was on the grey list from 2018, I think, till 2022. It really made a lot of difference, because Pakistan was finding it extremely difficult to get capital inflows. And therefore, people would not want to invest money to Pakistan because it is involved in terror funding, money laundering. And again, with 40 members of the FATF, all that we require is support, and which there are almost 20 plus countries have supported India. And it is not difficult. Pakistan needs to be put. Grey list should not be a problem. Yes, blacklist is a problem, because there would be members who would support Pakistan and not putting it on the blacklist. Doesn't matter. If for 4 years we could pressurize Pakistan, and the real, I would say, the economic backwardness or the pathetic state of Pakistan economically is primarily because it was put on the Financial Action Task Force on the grey list for 4 years, and all because of India's initiative. I think we must, what with the Indus Water Treaty, with this kind of a thing, world opinion being pressure, putting on Pakistan, isolating Pakistan, all of that will help India to ensure and declare Pakistan as a state which believes in using terrorism as an instrument of state policy, and needs isolation and needs total, all means used to make sure Pakistan is made to feel the pinch of what India and the world feels about it when they use terror, and Pakistan becomes the hub of terror. We must destroy it by all means. Yeah.
I'm going to thank you for joining in with your views. I'm also going to be welcoming SP Ved, the former Director General of Police of the Jammu and Kashmir Police. Thank you so much for your time. In fact, up until 2022, Pakistan continued to be on the grey list of the FATF, and it was removed then. Now, India is seeking re-entry of Pakistan to the grey list, also raising the matter that in spite of the terror that Pakistan sponsors, it continues to get aid from the IMF, recently from the World Bank, from the IMF, $7 billion. All of these issues that India is trying to raise now. How do you look at it?
See, as far as I recall, Biden administration of the U.S. Actually helped Pakistan to get IMF loan, get World Bank aid because of it was taken out of the grey list, and in fact, it is time that India again take it up with the world community that it needs to be again squeezed. Pakistan should be squeezed financially under FATF and brought on the grey list, and then even if possible in the blacklist, because it continues to pursue the terrorism as a instrument of state policy. I think this will be another attack on Pakistan like Indus Water Treaty. So and all its loans to bail out from the IMF will be stopped. And this is time India should pursue this.
All right, SP Ved, former DGP Jammu and Kashmir, saying that time India pursue this. Remember, India is making all efforts. Essentially, this is a step in the way to throttle Pakistan terror funding because it continues to receive aid. $7 billion in aid very recently. It received from the World Bank as well. Now, Pakistan is risking returning to the grey list. Perhaps that's what India is going to do. Financial strikes is what India is looking at. SP Ved, I'm going to thank you. Shivani continues to be with us. The effort to throttle Pakistan and block the finances, this is some sort of a financial strike, isn't it, Shivani, that India is looking at? Like I said, doing what they can to build pressure.
Sneha, it's very important to build pressure, and that's what India is doing. As our experts were also saying, that there are multiple ways in which India can already start Pakistan to feel that pinch and pain after the Pahalgam terror attack has happened. And likelihood of Pakistan's again entering the FATF is now very high, because the 23 nations have already given out a sound of solidarity to India after the Pahalgam attack. United States have been calling almost every day and saying that Pakistan must cooperate in investigation, and India has full right to fight against terror. So in a way, Sneha, all these countries, and most of them being the FATF members, have been recommending that India should hit the terror hard. Pakistan must cooperate. They are acknowledging that it's coming from Pakistan. So it will be easy for India to convince and bring the evidences of Pakistan's terror nexus, and how this fund from the IMF has been utilized inside Pakistan for terror activities. There has been enough voice from the global partners to India, and that's why when in the next meeting India is likely to push once again that Pakistan must come again. It must be in the grey list of FATF. It should not get any kind of funds from the international bodies, because ultimately these funds are being used for terror activities, and especially against India.
All right, Shivani, getting in those details as far as the efforts by India is concerned. This is to do what they can to build pressure. It's some sort of a financial strike that India is looking at, especially at a time when always Pakistan continues to get aid from agencies like the World Bank, for example. And that is something that India is going to now vehemently raise.